Hey y'all, it's Alicia and I'm back with another video, but this video is a little different and special to me. Why? Because I'm here to tell y'all about a unknown history that you might not know about. So as y'all remember, when WWE had first announced the women's tag team title belts over, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, anything. And y'all remember, Corey Gray said this was the first ever women's tag team title belts in the WWE. Well, that was further from the truth because I have done this video once before and people really liked it. And some of my old subscribers who's been with me from my old YouTube channel to now, to my new one, and thing, asked me to actually do this video again, and I said sure, let me just try to find all the information and stuff again. So that's what I went and did, and I wanted to get before WWE was known as WWE, when they was known as WWF, when they was known as the World Wrestling Federation, they actually did have tag team titles, because I'm going to give you some really known facts. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first one, so these are about four noted tag teams during this era. So every one of these take place in the 1980s. All of this take place in the 1980s. So let me just let y'all know that. Okay, so the first one is Princess Victoria and Velvet Macintosh, and this was at a house show on the 5th to 13th of 1983, and these women became was women's tag team champions during this time, and they was tag team champions for 574 days. I couldn't find nothing else for between it, but if I do an update, I will let you know if I do an update video on this. So then doing another wrestling match, Princess Victoria had to bow out and leave. I don't know too much, but she had gotten hurt, and Velvet Macintosh had to relinquish. I know for a fact relinquished the title belt at the time, but I forgot the name of the tag team to who. But she came back a year later with a new tag team partner, and it was Velvet Macintosh and Desiree Pearson at a house show where they, on the 12th the 7th of 1984. Okay, and during this time, this was her second reign as women's champion, and Pearson's first reign as tag team champion, where they held the tag team champions for 273 days. So y'all getting something here. So y'all seeing what I'm talking about, because people is very mean on Twitter when I say this is not the first time WWE has had tag team champs title belts, women tag team title belts. So then the third tag team, we have two dates. So the Glamour girls, I'm gonna botch this name, Leilani, Kai, and Judy Martin at a house show at two occasions at two different house shows. On the 8th of 1st of 1985, became champs, and they held that one for 906 days, and then they came back the 6th to 8th of 1988 and won the tag team champions again for 252 days. Okay, so y'all getting where we're coming from. So then, I mean, people might recognize this next name, Jumping Bomb Angels. I'm just going to refer to them Jumping Bomb Angels. They was an Asian American tag team during this time, and they won at the Royal Rumble 1988. They won on the 1st to 24th of 1988. They won the women's tag team titles, and they won it for 136 days. Now, something happened during that time period. So between that time period until 1989, it was another champion. They did not list who, but it was another. So in February 14th, 1989, the women's tag team titles was retired until. So you see what we did have this back in the day, but this was back in the 1980s. We did have a tag team title back in the 80s, and I just don't get how WWE can forget about these tag team champions. And I want to hear from y'all. Now me showing y'all that we did have tag team women tag team titles back in the day. Should WWE at least acknowledge their women's tag team history before the current tag team titles we have now? Let me hear from y'all. Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.